Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacey, the last time I talked to you, I remember I spoke to you briefly about Jaron Ennis, and now he's at 154 pounds. There's this potential matchup between him and Vergil Ortiz. What do you think about that potential fight? And has your stance on Jaron Ennis improved since the last time I talked to you?
Well, I've been watching him and I've been studying him, and I watched him real close. And I got this kid. I got Alex Bray,
Yeah,
who's 154 pounds, right?
really good young fighter.
So I was talking to Alex Bray them last week because Alex Bray they really like this kid, which I understand. But I started studying Ennis, and I started watching him, and I started watching his corner, and I started seeing a lot of different flaws
Mm.
in his performance and in his corner. I see a lot of different flaws in that. So I'm gonna have to wait and see what it's gonna be. Like I told Alex, I said, Alex, the kid is a good boxer. He's a very good boxer. He's a flashy little boxer. I
Hmm.
said, but he's just right now, he's just a good boxer. I don't see anything extraordinary. I don't see anything like that in him. I don't see that. I said, now if you get caught up in this flashiness that he got, when you look at his pants and all these tosses and stuff, make it look flashy. I said, you think he's doing a whole lot of stuff and he ain't doing. I said, now another thing is you got to look at the competition.
Correct.
Look at the competition that he's fought. He ain't fought nobody. And then I look at Ortiz. Ortiz is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But all of these guys is calling themselves A fighters.
Hmm.
Basically, is B fighters. B plus at the most. I haven't seen anything extraordinary. I haven't seen anything yet. And I was telling Alex, if he become world champion, if he can hold him title, you're gonna be there. I said, if you be there, not this year, but next year, you'll be knocking on the door. I said, when you knock on that door, I said, you're gonna be able to open that door. They ain't gonna be able to do nothing with you because you is the real fighter. Now, another thing I look at with English is I look at his corner.
Hmm.
If you notice the corner, everybody hollering and screaming. Daddy hollering, other trainers hollering. It's just like a basketball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do this. They're trying to fight for the fighter. They call him every shot. Don't do that yet. I want you to do this. Listen to all this noise in the corner. Now, what's going to happen is if you got that level of noise in the corner, if you ever get hurt real bad, they're going to explode. They're going to get the corner going to get the fight. You be quiet. You tell you do. They're going to explode. So all this stuff plays a big part on this kid and where he's going and how long he's going to stay there. I don't see him staying there. I don't see nothing extraordinary. I don't see nothing extraordinary in Ortiz. I just don't see it. It may be there, but I don't see it.
Okay.
Maybe they'll grow, but I think he's had 20-something fights. He should be good in season right now. But we're going to find out. I don't think any of them 2 years from now, I don't think any of them will beat my boy.
So
I think
none.
my boy,
Okay.
I think Bray going to walk through all of them. I think he's going
Yeah.
to be the king.
There's a fighter from South Florida, Stacey, Xander Zayas. He has one of the belts. How familiar are you with him, and what do you think about your kid Alex Bray fighting potentially
Well,
Xander
I
Zayas?
fight him. Give me 2 more fights. I fight him. Give me
Okay,
2 more fights. I fight him now. Just
because
give me 2 fights. See,
Alex
yeah,
Alex is 14 in the WBA. He's like 14 in the WBA right now. He's not ranked anywhere else. But you'll say in 2 fights, maybe like this time next year.
I'll let him fight it. Because there ain't no problem. It won't be no problem. You got to understand. Okay, they're looking at Alex Bray. They're looking at Alex Bray. They started when Alex Bray got rated. You got to understand what you're looking at. You're looking
Yeah,
at an 18-year-old kid. You're not looking at no 20-something-year-old kid. You're looking at what you see as an 18-year-old kid. You understand that? He hasn't got his man strength yet.
yeah.
He's listen. he's dogging these guys as a kid. He never a baby. He hasn't got. It's just like the kid over in England, that heavyweight over there this fight. Whatever his name is, 19 years old, knocking everybody out.
Mosley.
Yeah. See, Alex Bray is just 18 years. What is Alex Bray gonna be like when he get his man strength at 20 years old? Now you're gonna see something. So at 20 years old, hey, you bring them on. I don't bring all of them.
Alex, yeah, I know Alex is scheduled to fight his first 10-rounder a month from today on February 20th. Over there
February 20th. He's gonna fight his first 10-rounder. And I told him,
yeah,
when he fight this fight, we're gonna keep him busy. And next year, I want a title fight. I want a title fight. I told him that.
Yeah.
You got to go. You got too much talent. 6'3", can box, and he's doing what I say. He's punching through the guys. He can move good. He got good eyes. He can catch. He can shoulder roll at 6'3". He can measure you, do all that. And I'm teaching him all kinds of boxing skills, good boxing skills. And the thing about it, he's mentally strong. He don't mind hurting you now. He's mentally strong, and he trains every day. They train hard. He and his brother both. They run. They do what I tell them to do. They run the park. They eat good. They sleep. They ain't drinking. They don't drink. They don't smoke. They ain't hanging out in the streets. Don't do none of that. The daddy brought them up that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing. I got a chance to see him in the Golden Glove, and I said, who's that kid right there? I said, he's 17 years old. He turned pro when he was 17. I had to take him to South America. You know, I had to take him down to South America. I said, who's that kid right there? And he told me who it was. I said, I ain't seen nobody like you in a long time.
Yeah.
I ain't seen nothing like this.
A lot of people, Stacey, are going to watch this interview later on, and they're going to Google Alex Bray's name, and they're going to see the records of the guys who've been fighting and say, well, he ain't really fought no one. How do you think he could beat a guy like Jaron Ennis or Xander Zayas or these kind of guys?
Listen, because he ain't fought nobody, doesn't mean that he can't stand up under these guys a year from now. He can't stand up because by that time, you have to understand, he's fighting his first 10 rounds. And he's going boom, boom, boom. Now, what you don't understand is this here. His skill level from where he is right now is way higher than a guy with 10 fights. You got to understand that. I can put him in some of them fights right now, but I'm not going to do it. Why? If he was 25 years old, I would. You want to talk about a baby. His man strength is not there. Wait till his man strength get there, a couple more fights. You'll see something.
Yeah. He's still developing, you're saying, pretty much.
He's a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to take him knowing that he's young and put him in them hard fights against them grown guys, although he could beat them. But you're going to do that for no baby. You teach him skills. Believe me, when I take this cloak off him, you'll see.
I can't wait. Because
I can't wait.
I've been knowing you for like well over 10 years now, and I've never heard you talk. I've never heard you talk about no fire like this ever.
No, he's different.
Yeah.
He's different. He has good promotional, he has good management, he's got good training, he got everything. Everything is in his willpower. And I asked him one day, I said, let me ask you a question. I say, what kind of car you gonna want? What kind of car you gonna want? You know what he said? He's quiet too. I want all of them. I said, you want all these? I want all of them. I said, you better go to work then. You keep working. But he's real quiet. He doesn't talk.
No, I know. Except the one time when I interviewed him, then he was talkative.
Yeah, he don't talk. He don't brag. He listens. He just does his thing. And he's creative. And the more you teach him, the more he want to learn. And his punching power, now he's getting older, his punching power, I can tell it, his punching power is coming up. He already knocking jokers out now. You already doing that. You're turning them over now. So his punching power is coming up. And I said, okay, when you get 20 years old, your power they're gonna be hard for them. And that boy's tall and he know how to fight with his range. I said, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard for him to take. They ain't be able to take them shots. I can tell you that now.
Yeah.
And that jab you got, I said, they can't. First of all, your jab knock a joker out. So we working with him, and that other kid, Gianni, the kid from Connecticut.
Yeah, Italian.
Oh man, he's doing